Mic check, 1, 2, mic check. Alright, so continue on with the last episode. Welcome back to Outer Wilds. This is me attempting to salvage the fact that I lost my audio for the last few hours or so. But we are at the eye of the universe, and we just jumped into a hole, which I was very concerned about jumping into, but I figured that is where we needed to go, and it just took us to our home planet. But it seems like everything is dead, like the universe has already went out, the light went out, but for some reason our treehouse is still alive. So we're just wandering around trying to figure out what's going on. And there's a real life tiny universe model in the place of our toy model. It wants us to view it, and then we just see all of the stars blowing up. I'm not sure what to make of that yet, but we will get an answer to that in a little bit. The screen kind of freezes, stars kind of go supernova in front of us. And I don't realize that we are actually free flying in this part right now. So I didn't realize I needed to fly forward. But when I do realize that, I just fly forward. We land on eventually the ground. It takes us to a tree. We end up running into a tree at some point. There, us, which no, we run into an image of us that turns into a tree. And we're not exactly sure what to do with the tree, but I decided to turn around for some reason, or make a loop, just to check our surroundings. But then I realized the tree got smaller, so I did it again. Eventually we got a campfire. I did it one more time, but then I realized the campfire wasn't changing. Did it a few more times actually. And I did it spin full. I approached the campfire, lit it. Not entirely sure what to do now. So at this point, I am very confused. Oh, but then we find our friend who tells us that we need to gather our other friends for one last party or something. So this whole section is us going around collecting the instruments in order to save our friends, or at least not really save them, but gather them up for one last group hurrah. So here I was just trying to figure out how to get the instrument. But then I realized I needed to do the spinning thing again to make the building collapse or go into ruins. So we got that instrument. And we go back to the fire to check on our friend that we just rescued, if you want to call it that. It's not, and then we figure out that it's not time yet. We don't know what yet that is, but it's not time yet to do the thing, and that we need the other people for the next part. And that's where we learned this. But yeah, I really enjoyed playing through this game. I enjoyed trying to do the voices. There's the harmonica to get another friend. I really enjoyed trying to do voices, even though eventually I stopped kind of doing it. I still did it to some extent, but my voice was just getting not used to it, and it's just something I need to work on and practice. But yeah, there's see, I thought that was a drum, but it turns out it was a satellite scope to collect one of the instruments that was floating out there. Yeah, we just talked to him, and he says to get to the others, and then this one also says to get the band back together, huh? And everyone's just delighted and excited to get everyone back together. And that it's been way too long that they hadn't had a chance to play their instruments with one another in a big group like this, and that they really just wanted to have one last hurrah, one last band session. We're getting the band back together. So here is a little weird section I ran into for one of the instruments. Well, actually, no, it wasn't one of the instruments. It was to go and get one of the masts from the other race that we were following their descriptions. I don't remember what they're called. Right here. I'm just being goofy, standing on the log. Also trying the spin trick. I'm not entirely sure how to do the thing I need to do here. So I try to fly up at the sky. But then I just look back and one of them is actually standing on the log now. So I try the spinning trick, I think. Oh, no, I didn't need to, apparently. But yeah, eventually the skeletons stack on each other. And you have to take the rocket ship a little bit of a raise. And it flies you to the mask. So you go ahead and grab the mask, and you grab the friend that was talking to us when we went through the quantum... Yeah, that section. So now everyone's here. Our friend asked us if we are ready. Now he doesn't know what's gonna happen now, but I say no, and then I get the others to. I get all the others to play their instruments, but I don't entirely know what yet. But then I think I realize that everyone has instruments, and so I decide to talk to. There we go. So, ready to start the music, he asked me, and I realized I need to, yes, start the music. So I go around and have everyone start playing. Apparently this is what they were waiting for. And I love the effects of the music. How it makes a swirling... And I thought at the time that this was actually like gonna stop the sun from exploding. It's like putting our magical essence into... With the power of friendship and music or something. But I was wrong. That does not stop the end. This is just one last hurrah between friends, and there's nothing we can do about it. But yeah, I overall, even though the ending didn't necessarily save the universe, but it reminds you that just enjoy the time when you have it with the people you have it with. Just to be present in the moment and just remember that each second counts, each second matters, and that is okay. Now they're all just saying their goodbyes, and that they were glad that they had the chance to play one more time and make music with Hubby One, and that even if they don't survive this, that they know something else will be out there, and that is okay. Yeah, then we say yes, it's time for the end. And no matter what comes next, it's okay. And then I think I needed to jump through the orb, but I'm not entirely sure. I eventually do it again, but for some reason the first time didn't work, and I'm very confused. But the second time works, and yeah, universe goes supernova. And that's when I realized, yeah, there was no stopping it. No matter what we tried, no matter what we did, there was no stopping it. And I also waited for the end of the credits to happen, in which this played. A new system with new planets, new faces, new species. I really like the art style of this scene here. It's really pretty. But yeah, you see in the corner the new species, and yeah, I really enjoyed this game. It was fun to figure out all the moving parts, using the time loop to get new information each time and going back in the same quote-unquote timeline with new information and new ways to look at things, and it was really unique. It was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. I'm sorry about the audio issues. Hopefully I can avoid it in the future, but you know, net can't catch everything. Anywho, this has been a wonderful game. Vez out.